Get ready for the tip off. We'll take that W and hand you a loss. Break your ankles on the cross. On God, I'm that raw. Off the bounce, leave you on the first step. It might be a long night for you without some double team help. Or the whistle from the ref. I'm from the school of hard knocks. Watch how I hit them with a shimmy when I get them on the block. We talking nothing but hoops. The floor general and it's true. Spot up in the corner, man, you know I'm gonna shoot. Or slam like an alpha. I'm beastin' like a boss named Hefe. Trapping on the baseline, you escape no way. A baller like Kobe wearing 24 and y'all be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hey, with Mr. Slam and Alpha Dog too, and Pure Waves with the best sports book too. If you wanna show support, give us a view. Call this an NBA jam. If you a super fan, hit the bell is what you do. We off the bounce. Check up, level off the bounce. Let's get it.
He's on fire. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Off the Bounce. I'm your host, Slam the Bookie. These are my co-hosts, Alpha Dog Bets and Hefe Picks. How we doing today, boys?
Good, man. Happy that last night went the way it did. Getting hot at the right time. Excited for the big slate tonight. Hefe, big Knicks Nets game tonight. How we doing?
Trash. Not even going to be on my television. I'd rather watch reruns of The Bachelor. I'm feeling freaking good tonight, baby. 11 game slate. Nothing like a big one for the NBA. Last really big slate before we head into the All-Star game. A lot of good matchups. A lot of teams last game before being a week off. So I expect to see a lot of energy from a lot of teams tonight. Slam, how we doing?
Man, feeling great, boys. We hit our max yesterday. Hornets almost choked, but a missed free throw got the cover, boys. Plus 6.5. Hornets got it done for us. They should have won outright. I don't know what they were doing. That team is trash. Good win for the T-Wolves there. But before we get started, guys, as always, big shout out to Pure Wedge for sponsoring this show, guys. If you guys haven't already, make sure to follow him on Twitter.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. All right, boys, let's go through a quick recap. Then we got a big slate. So, guys, if you are watching, retweet, like, and comment your favorite plays. We are reading the chat right now. Let's jump right into a quick recap, guys.
I got it. I got the recap from yesterday. You ready for this? Ready for this? The Celtics won by 48 points. Giannis dropped more than 48 points. He dropped a 50-piece. And the Grizzlies proved why they're the best against spread team in the league. Simple as that.
Pretty true. My play of the day was the Celtics, so that was nice to get a little sweat-free winner there. I also had the Pacers plus 14. That one cashed by 5. I had the parlay of the T-Wolves money line with the Grizzlies, so awesome game watching that T-Wolves comeback. Glad we were all able to cash on that game. But, guys, going over to the chat, Jay Money said he was bored at work, excited for the show to come on. We appreciate you, bro. Dead Prez in the house. What's up, brother? And we have Scott, who made it early today. Good to see you, Scott.
Scotty! What's up, baby?
Let's get it, boys. All right, man. I hit the Hornets yesterday on my max play. We all fell for the trap yesterday, boys. Cavs did not get it done. The Hawks was definitely the right side. We all fell for the trap. Oh, well, that happens. We kind of knew that was coming. That line was just so sketchy. Anyways, big slate today, guys. Let's jump right into it.
Little thing I want to say before we get into the games. Two humongous 90% public sides tonight. 2 separate games with 90% public sides. Do not move anywhere. We will tell you when we get to the game.
Let's get it, man. Let's go right into our first game of the day.
And we're there. And we've arrived at the first game.
Hawks versus Magic. The line is sitting at minus 5.5 for the Hawks. Total is sitting at 226.5. Hefe, you want to talk about this game, man?
90% of the handle, 90% of the bets are backing the Hawks tonight. -5 on the road on a back-to-back in Orlando. I get it. Orlando's terrible. John Collins, I believe, is a no-go.
Correct. No-go for Collins.
Still very sketchy line. I cannot put my money on either of these teams. I'm not going to take the side of the public when 90% is on it. And there's no way I'm putting my hard-earned cash on the Orlando Magic. This is a pure stay-away game for me. Speaking of pure, shout out pure. But, Alpha, do you have the balls to back a 90% public side?
I don't. I texted both of you guys before the show started today saying, did you guys see the public action on the Hawks? I'm not touching this game. It feels like a super trap. So if I would take anything, I'd go on the other side of the Hawks, but I just can't pull the trigger on this one. So I am staying off. Slam, anything from you?
Yeah, it's definitely a Magic play here, but I told myself I'll never bet on the Magic again. The line opened at 6, now it's at 5.5. Every time a dog or something sits at 5.5, I mean, most of the time I think it's a dog play. Hawks on a back to back here. Magic, either they show up or not. This is the last game before All-Star break, so you can see maybe the Hawks are off a big win there against the Cavs, so they might be celebrating a little early here. But again, stay away game, guys. We got 10 more games to go over. But if I had to, I would pick the Magic plus the 5.5 or the hook by the hook plus the 6. All right, man. Game number 2. Let's get some energy in here. Hefe, let's get some energy. Nets versus the Knicks. The line is sitting at -4.5. The Knicks are favored at home against the Nets. Yes, the Nets are off a win. They've been playing bad, but they got to win, though. They got to win and a cover. Now they're playing at the Knicks. Total is sitting at 215.5. Hefe, I already know what you're about to say. Walk us through this one, man.
You don't know what I'm about to say.
I can feel it. Come on.
This is screaming for me to take the Knicks. I am so close. I am on the edge looking down. And if I take one more step, I'm going to take the Knicks -4.5 because this makes no sense. I know the Nets have absolutely nobody playing for them tonight. Leading scorer is probably going to be Seth Curry, Patty Mills. And sadly, I am so low on the Knicks that I think Patty Mills and Seth Curry are enough to beat us at home. I really do. I can't take the Knicks -4.5. I'm telling everybody, look at me. This is a Knicks play, but I am too beaten, too hurt, and too low to take the Knicks. It's a Knicks play. I just can't do it to myself and all of you out there. Again, I'm off this game, and it hurts me to say that. Alpha, do you have the balls?
No, I don't. I lean the under in this spot, but I've got burned the last couple unders I've taken. Both teams are missing a ton of guys. RJ Barrett's out for the Knicks on the Knicks side. Derrick Rose is still out. Flip to the other side of the court. They don't have any of their stars, so we're getting pretty much a backup show. But even with the way that is, the Knicks have played such bad defense over the course of the last month. I can't touch it, so I'm staying away from this one. I can't.
Shout out Bill. The comments go, shout out Bill Collector. I do need financial assistance. I do. But I am not asking anybody for financial assistance in backing the New York Knicks tonight. I promise.
No support.
No support, man.
I just can't do it, guys. I can't do it.
Can you give them a total? Reasons. Can you give them a total at least?
What do you mean?
People want something. Give them a
I
pick
don't
on the
trust
total.
anything. If anything, guys, and this is a random one, and this is just how the next season goes. They're probably going to win the first half. They'll probably win. They'll probably win the first half of this game and absolutely crumble and collapse in the second half because Julius Randle doesn't know how to take a face-up jumper. He has to fade away. It's like he never learned how to just take a jumper and land on 2 feet. He has to always fade away. It makes no freaking sense. If you want to bet Knicks first half, I have no idea what that line is, but I am assuming it's somewhere in the 2.5 range, and that's as high as I would take it.
Yep.
Don't even do it. There's so many more games tonight. Slam, do you have any action on this one?
Definitely not. Never betting on the Knicks again. But it is a Knicks spot, boys. -4.5. It is a Knicks play.
It's such a Knicks
play, but we're staying away.
It's
we're
disgusting.
Staying away. Alpha has never bet on the Knicks. Yeah, I think you.
I can't do it.
Good for you, man.
I just can't do it. I just can't do it.
You know what it is? Can I be very honest with you guys? Can I be very honest with you guys? The New York Knicks are sadly one of the few organizations that have zero players going to the All-Star game. I guess you could say Obi Toppin's going to Cleveland. He's participating in the dunk contest.
Oh, stop it.
That's hilarious. Let me tell you something. Their minds are in Puerto Rico. Their minds are in Puerto freaking Rico right now because they are getting the hell out of New York after this game tips tonight. To be honest, they might not even show up because they're so already far ahead into their vacation. So I can't back the Knicks tonight.
Can we talk about something else, boys? Let's talk about something else because I'm over this next team. They don't deserve our time. And the people want some picks.
Oh, they want some picks.
Let's get it. All right, man. Game number 3. Let's keep it rolling, guys. Pistons versus the Celtics. The line is sitting at -12.5. Celtics are on a back-to-back off a big win at Philadelphia. They blew them out. They blew them out by what? 50, 40?
48. They won by
I was
48 freaking points.
completely wrong about that one. I had the 76ers yesterday, and wasn't even a
48?
game. But anyways, Celtics are red hot, boys. They're
Yes,
9
they are.
games.
They have won 9 in a row, 10 of their last 12. Number 1 defensive team since the turn of the new year. Number 2 defensive team all year. Do you understand how much of a turnaround they're going through right now? It is insane. They were one of the worst defensive teams in the league. Tatum and Brown could not even play together on the court. They were better when Brown was injured. Now they can't be stopped. Forget about how many points they're scoring. They're the second best defensive team in the league. That's how good of defense they are playing. That they made up for all the bullshit in the first 2 months. It's incredible. And by the way, sneaky great pickup. Why is his name? Why am I blanking on his name? The dude they got from the Spurs.
Derek White.
Derek White. Great pickup. Under the radar, but exactly what they needed because they were not getting it from Dennis Schroeder.
And what they gave up to get
Josh Richardson.
Yeah, what they give up Josh Richardson to get him, who's an absolute, you know how I feel about Richardson. Do not think he's a good player at all. But guys, I'm going to get into this one. The Celtics are so hot, hottest team in basketball. They're blowing everybody out. I'm not going to stop taking this team until they show me that we shouldn't. I'm taking the Celtics minus 12. One of my favorite plays tonight. Hefe, back to you. What are you taking?
Minus 12, minus 1,200. I don't give a shit. Celtics by 1,000,000. Celtics minus 12 is my play.
Oh, boys.
They've been awful.
Wow, we got
have also lost 6 in a row.
160 people in here, boys. I love the energy, guys.
So Slam, hold on, time out. It's Alpha, because you already know what's about to happen, right? You already know what's about to happen.
Oh, yeah, you know it's coming.
Do not tell these 160 people that you're going to back the Detroit Pistons. Do not ask for their fight. Nobody gives financial assistance to Slam.
Guys, Hefe's on Celtics. Alpha's on Celtics. You know what I'm doing? Yes, that's right. We're taking the Pistons plus the 12.5. That's right. All right, let me read some good trends here. All right, boys. Head to head matchups. Detroit is 6-2 against the spread in the last 8 meetings in Boston. Detroit has covered the past 6 meetings when playing this team. You know, this is the last game before All-Star break. I can see Celtics letting off the gas in the second half. I like first half Celtics. But in the second half, I can see them giving up a backdoor to the Pistons. I like Pistons to cover plus 12.5, man. That line has not moved. And I think majority of the public is on the Celtics. So
guys, just like the Men in Black hits the button and it wipes your memory. Do that right now and listen to absolutely nothing that Slam just said going against the best team in basketball right now. Don't even listen to him. We're going to move on. We're not listening to it. We're going to the Kings versus the Bulls, guys. The new look Sacramento Kings. What do we think about this matchup? Hefe, it's a 6-point line. Who are you taking in this one?
This is numero dos of the 90% rule tonight, folks. We talked about it for the Hawks Magic. Same thing here. We got a 90% and 88% of the handle on the Bulls minus 6, and rightfully so. This is what we call the DeMar DeRozan effect. My man is going berserk.
He's going off.
Last 6 games, I said this yesterday, and I have to repeat it because it's an incredible stat. Last 6 games, he scored 35 plus in each game, but that's not the best part. The best part is he's shooting above 50% from the field goal for all 6 games. There's one game where he shot 65%. It's insane what he's doing. He's shooting, he's putting up points, and he's shooting efficiently. He's rightfully so a starter, but I can't back a team when 90% of America's on it. I lean the Kings plus 6. No official play for me here, but I lean the Kings plus 6.
Welcome to the God side, my friend.
Fuck it. We are all over the Kings in this matchup. I love the matchup with Sabonis down low against Vucevic. Vucevic is not a physical defender, and he's not a good interior defender. He's pretty good at getting out on top of you, top of the key, but Sabonis is going to absolutely eat down low. There's still no Levine for the Bulls, and I think 6 points is just too much in this matchup. I like the new look Kings, and I think they're getting some value tonight, especially with over 90% on the Bulls. Give me the Kings plus 6, one of my favorite plays of the night by far. Slaney, what are you taking?
Question from Bowman there, Hefe.
Great question. I'm looking it up right now. I'm honestly interested in it as well. I'm looking it up right now. Continue with you.
All right, man. Well, I'm going to go to my pick. Yep, I'm all over the Kings plus 6. I think it's a good spot here. No Zach Levine. I like him to cover. You know, last game of a road trip for the Kings.
31.5.
All-star break.
DeMar DeRozan's point prop tonight.
Would you take it?
Do you ever take a point prop over 31?
Really stupid? Can I tell you something really stupid why I don't want to take it? and it's stupid. But I think Alpha will agree. There is a DraftKings boost. DeMar DeRozan 35 plus points tonight at plus 130. And because of that,
don't take the boost.
Fade
Yeah,
the boost.
and because of that, I can't. And the boost is not even that good. Plus 130.
No.
So I know to answer your question, no, I would not. Regression has to set in, and even though players like DeMar DeRozan are headed to the All-Star game, there's still that thought last game before a break. You know what I mean?
You know what I'll compare this to? Remember when Joel Embiid at the beginning of the year scored 31 points in like 11 straight games to start the year?
Exactly 31 points. It was insane.
Exactly 31 for like 11 games, or maybe it was a couple less.
Yeah.
But and then they lowered it to 27.
Yeah.
One game, they lowered it to 27, and everyone in the grandmother jumped all over it. He scored 22. They still played a good game, but when the line is lower than what he's been doing, they know something you don't. I would never take a point total over 30 just because that means the line's been adjusted to their current form. So
and let me just piggyback off that great point. Guys, the Sacramento Kings are game planning for one thing and one thing only here. Stop DeMar DeRozan. It's the obvious thing. The Kings coach, whose name Alvin Gentry, is in the locker room, literally saying one thing and one thing only. Let's get beat by anybody who's not named DeRozan tonight. So don't back.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, let's jump right into the next game here, guys. If you are watching, please retweet, like, and comment. This is my favorite game of the slate. Toronto Raptors versus the T-Wolves. The line is sitting at 2.5 for the Toronto Raptors. The total is sitting at 227.5. T-Wolves are off on a good win against the Hornets. Overtime. Unfortunately, Anthony Edwards, I think, is out. He got hurt yesterday. Or is he questionable?
Still true questionable. I'm reading he will go through shoot around.
Okay, we'll see. And then I think Fred VanVleet is questionable as well.
Yes, true questionable.
But this line has kind of moved from 1 to 2.5 for the Toronto Raptors here. And, they haven't been playing good. Lost back-to-back here, and they need this win before All-Star break. T-Wolves have been kind of on a roll here. Hefe, what do you like in this spot, man?
Toronto Raptors, fourth best against spread team as an away team. Minnesota, one of the worst against spread teams on a back-to-back 3 and 5. You guys already know. Slam just said it. The Raptors need this one. Last game before an All-Star break. Give me the Raptors on a money line minus 125. This is simple. I'm not even going to read too much into it. I'm going to use exactly what I've been seeing them play and think that the last couple games from the Raptors was just a blip in the road. Raptors money line tonight, boys.
I like that. I'm going over to the totals, guys. You know how I love my unders. This is not one of those spots. I love the over in this spot, guys. If you take a look at trends, Minnesota is number 1 in the NBA on games that have gone to the over, 36-22, hitting it over 62%. Sixth in the NBA is the Toronto Raptors, hitting at 56% at 31-25. Both teams obviously ranking the top 10 in games that have gone over. Tired legs on the Minnesota side as well should lead to a little bit lazy defense. I see this one flying over the total. I got it about an hour ago at 227. One of my favorite plays on the night. I think this one flies over. Slammy, what are you looking at?
All right, boys. My favorite game of the slate here. I'm rocking with the Toronto Raptors money line here, minus 135. I think they're favored for a reason. An away team that's favored, it's a good sign there. So, tired legs for T-Wolves. Overtime game yesterday. Great comeback win there. No Anthony Edwards. Hopefully no Anthony Edwards.
True questionable. I just read it again. True questionable.
So, like Toronto to get it done. I think, they lost 2 games in a row. I think they get this third one. So, I'm backing the Toronto Raptors tonight. Money line.
Ooh, I got my POD on the next game of the slate. I like that matchup.
Let's get it. Nuggets versus the Warriors. The line is sitting at what, minus 5.5 for the Warriors? Let me check. Yeah, minus 5.5 for the Warriors. Total is sitting at 225. Warriors minus 5. Okay. Warriors, they've been kind of on a little slump here. Have been covered in the past 4 or 5 games.
It's a tough one.
Last game of All-Star, kind of a, they kind of, I guess they don't need to win, but they're due. They're due for a break.
Neither of these teams need a win. That they're both in good spots and can feel very comfortable about who they are as a basketball team, especially with both teams getting heavy reinforcements after the All-Star break. Well, a couple weeks after the All-Star break, with the Warriors getting back Draymond, James Wiseman, hopefully Andre Iguodala hasn't played in forever, and the Nuggets. I mean, does anybody remember who Jamal Murray is? Because He's a pretty
Barely.
damn good basketball player. If you watch the NBA in the bubble, man was dropping 50 like every game. Hasn't played since messing up his, what was it, ACL?
Yeah.
I think he messed up his knee with an ACL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, when did they say he's coming back? He should be coming back
But
soon.
right before a couple weeks before postseason starts. So around
him and Porter.
Yeah, MPG too.
That'd be big.
Geez, those two guys come back, and the Nuggets are one of the scariest teams in the West. It's insane.
Absolutely.
Because in a league where wing defenders are really hard to find and get, especially ones that can 3 and D, there's 2 of them right there. The Nuggets are getting and playing at their best. They're probably both all-star caliber players. Anyway, this game, I'm leaning the Warriors. Home game, last one before the All-Star break. I know I got to respect Jokic, and he's the MVP and all that. But I think Steph needs to have himself a good full game. Because last time we saw him, if you remember, Alpha, it was against Clippers. Dude drops 26 in the first half and then just disappears in a second. I think he needs to do it for himself. Put together a full game, get into the break with a win, and kind of get back to basketball after the All-Star break and get on that playoff run.
For sure.
Warriors -5 my play here.
I like that, guys. My POD tonight's going to be the under in this matchup. I think the game plan for the Nuggets to win is to keep the ball. They're going to have to go slow, methodical, and feed it down low to Jokic. Without Draymond Green, they're really going to struggle on the inside, the Warriors, as we've seen. So in this one, the way to beat them is to limit their possessions and beat them down low, draw fouls, get layups. And I think we'll see a grinded-out defensive game, and that's going to be their style. Not as many threes as we're used to seeing the Nuggets shoot. All interior game tonight. Give me the under. I got it at 226. Slam, what do you like in this matchup?
Nice, man. I'm with you there with the under. I had the under last game for the Warriors. Clippers ended up blowing them out, and then the overhit by in the last minute there. But I like this one to go under. I think Warriors step it up at home defensively, and people forget the Warriors are one of the best teams in the league defensively.
Yeah.
And I see some aggression for the Nuggets, some on offense. I think this be a defensive matchup here, man. I like this 225.5. I think that total's a little high.
Agreed.
But yeah, I'm on the under as well, man. All right, game of the night, in my opinion. Jazz versus the Lakers.
Very nice.
Last
Little Wi-Fi
game.
issue. Gotta love it.
This guy. All right, boys. The Jazz
Can
are
you hear
minus.
us? I'm just messing with you.
Dude, fuck off. I'm like, dude, am I really frozen?
I was going to say,
The
you're
Jazz
coming
is-
through clear for me, bro.
Fuck off, bro. -4.5 for the Jazz. Total is sitting at 226. All right. Alpha, walk us through this one, man. Break it down for us.
Guys, the Lakers at home are absolutely shit. I mean, there's
Take away
no
at home.
way to say it.
Take away at home.
Lakers
Lakers are
are
absolutely shit.
Well, if you take a look, guys, the Lakers are right now 12-18 against the spread at home. They've gotten slightly better, but they're just not covering games all year, especially at home. Tonight's matchup is against the Utah Jazz, who have been firing on all cylinders. The game feels a little trappy. I can't lie. The game at 4.5 does feel a little trappy. I feel like the line should be closer to 6 or 7 in favor of the Jazz, but either way, they're still a team that I love, and I'm going to hammer. One of my favorite plays of the night, I'm all over the Jazz, -4.5. What are you guys looking at?
Hefe, I know what you're. Hefe, I know I can read your mind.
Yeah, you know it.
Say it.
Matter of fact, Slam,
Say it.
show that hat a little closer. Bring that hat a little closer. Let the people know. We on LA tonight. Here's why it's
Yes,
simple. The
sir.
boss must have talked to Adam Silver because them boys have not played since Saturday. They got to watch the Super Bowl. They might have even partaken in the parade today. They have not played a game since the Warriors game on Saturday. And oh, by the way, this is their only game before the All-Star break. So they will have played one game in 2 weeks when it's all said and done. They're coming out for this game. This is a very important game for the Los Angeles Lakers and the image of the Los Angeles Lakers moving forward. I know this might be a really minor thing that nobody's talking about. The All-Star break is about to be a big-time buyout marketplace. People like Goran Dragic, who might not be a big name to some, is a big deal to teams like the Lakers who have no money to spend. They need to show out. They need to show that they can build a winning team here. They need to win this game. I'm going to take the Lakers +4.5. They're old, they're veterans, but they're rested, and I think they can get it done or at least keep it close tonight versus Utah. Slam,
Dude, they're still
why
the
you
Lakers. They're still the Lakers.
Nah, they get it done today. Lakers plus. You say money line or 4.5?
I'm going to take the 4.5, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's one of those LeBron puts them on their back. And, oh, by the way, can Anthony Davis maybe shoot the ball more than 3 times in the fourth quarter? What the hell is going on with this dude?
I don't know, man.
Man, he's looked like a shell of himself the last full year.
Yeah, what the hell is going on with this dude?
It makes no sense. He used to be so dominant. Now you watch his game and he's
Alpha. There was a time where once they won that championship, we were having the conversation of, is Anthony Davis a top 3 player in the league right now? He's not even top 15 right now.
No. He's not even close to top 15. I don't really understand what's happened. Maybe all the injuries. He's not fully healthy, but if that's the case, then just sit out because the team's garbage anyway. Get yourself healthy.
I definitely think it's
not the same guy. I think so as well. Sure. I think, especially when you're that tall and your game style's been quick on your feet, a couple little injuries, they start adding up in your legs. It's hard to be as mobile. So, I mean, we've seen that with Kristaps Porzingis. Look how good he was his first couple of years. Those injuries completely derailed him. Yep. Side note, I hate that guy. As a Knicks fan, I love every second of him in Washington. Every second.
Is he making his debut tonight, or is he still out?
I don't know if he isn't taking his under.
We haven't just talked about that game today. I think it's what was it, Wizards Pacers? I'm not sure. I really don't got anything on that game. But
he is out.
The line is a pick 'em.
Yeah.
After last night's Pacers game, Pacers looked so good yesterday. I'm laying off. Not in the back-to-back.
I would take the Pacers. Shout out Buddy Hield, had his best game so far this season.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. All right, so we're checking the chat. Where my cup is saying that AD may have a girlfriend issue. That's funny. Not sure if that's the case. Very well could be. And Wusa saying LeBron is old. Hopefully he's still hungover. I agree. Let's go Utah. We don't need that, though. We're good anyway.
Guys, I know we're about to go into everybody's favorite segment, but we can't do that without going over one more game. And I think we both all know what game we have to go over here.
You could bring it in and introduce it. I'm on this one. Go for it.
Guys, it's the last game before the All-Star break for the Oklahoma City. Not the snow, not the sleet, not the rain, not the lightning, but the Thunder. The second best against spread team in the NBA. The Josh Giddies of the world. Youngest, second youngest, and third youngest player to ever have a triple-double. He holds all 3. The man ain't even 19 yet. And today, this is a tough one for my heart. They welcome the San Antonio DeJounte Murrays. And the Spurs are -8. Alpha, the Thunder are +8 at home. Everybody in the world knows who I'm on. I'm on the Thunder +8. But give me some reasons why you're on them too.
I think that 8 points is just too much. This team's been covering all the time. They don't have all their weapons right now, but Josh Giddey is looking to be the real deal. He's finding ways to get his shot to fall from 3, and he's driving the hole and getting things to fall on the drive. I think they're a very good team, and I don't think the Spurs are able to beat them by more than 8. I have it currently at 8.5 at -110. I brought it up to 9 at -120, like having that extra hook. I just don't think the Spurs with their offense is going to be able to outscore them by 9 by the final buzzer. Slam, what are you liking?
I'm with you guys, man. I don't know how we didn't go over this game, but I actually do love the Thunder +8, man. It's a value at home off a big win in New York. They got momentum. I know a couple guys are out, but I don't see it being an issue. I think Thunder covered us +8. And Spurs -8. That's pretty weird. I don't know, man. That's rough. But I like the Thunder with the value here.
Me too. I think it's a good play for tonight.
Let's get it, boys. All right, man. It's about that
boys,
time.
It's about that time. All right, boys. Wade to LeBron. I have a bunch of best bets today, guys. My first best bet's going right up against Hefe, taking the Jazz -4.5. Second best bet's going to be the Raptors T-Wolves over 227. Third best bet's Nuggets Warriors under 226. And I got one more for you guys. I'm taking the Kings +6. Loving tonight's slate. I got 4 best bets. If you missed anything, shoot me a DM. I got you. Hefe, what are you looking at?
Just give out 2 faves, 2 dogs. Screw it. We're going to go with 4 on an 11-game slate. I'm feeling generous. We only got today and tomorrow left before we go into a little break. Celtics -12, Raptors money line, Lakers +4.5, and the Thunder by 8, +8. Those are my 4. Slam, what do we got? The Thunder.
Boys, yeah, I got 4 picks for you guys. We're going a little heavy today. Toronto Raptors, money line.
Let's
2-unit play, max play. I love that. And then we're going to go
that's the max he said pre-show. He was giving out the max and best bets.
Yes,
there
sir. We are hot on max plays, boys. Lakers plus the 4.5. Thunder
Let's go.
plus the 8.
Let's go.
Lean,
Get it at 9.
best lean Nuggets Warriors under 225.5.
All right, go my POD is your best lean, bro. You don't trust me enough. You know what? Screw it. I got a surprise for the people. They want the player prop king. I got him. Welcome in, big brain bets. Welcome to Best Bets. Give the people some player props for tonight.
What's up, guys? I'm about to fire away some player props at you real fast. Starting off with Rudy Gobert, over 11.5 rebounds. This line's just disrespectful. The man's averaging 15. I know he's back from injury. He would have played more minutes last night, but there was a blowout. He got ejected. A lot of stuff going on with that. I also like Jokic to go off tonight. I think he has over 25.5 points. No Draymond. I just think they're going to struggle. They don't really have an answer for him there. And then lastly, I got Justice Winslow over 6.5 rebounds. I don't think they've fixed this line yet. Ever since they shipped everyone off in Portland, he's been playing a much bigger role, and he's been grabbing boards left and right. I was on it last night. It was at 5.5, and he had 10. He's just been volume's been going way up, and until they fix it, we're going to keep hammering it. So there's 3 player prop locks. Lock them in. Let's have a night.
Appreciate that, BBB.
What a special guest. Jeez. Got me feeling like we on ESPN in this joint.
All right, guys, before we end the show, big shout out to Pure Wage once again for sponsoring this show, guys. We're here Monday through Friday, 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you all for the support. 150 of you guys are still in here, guys. That is awesome.
Oh, my God. I feel like we owe them a reward. 150 people still in here. I think we got to give them a
I got you. Rutgers money line. Rutgers money line. Take it to the bank.
Texas Tech money line, people.
Don't jinx Texas Tech like that.
Flames in regulation.
I don't know. I mean, 160 people still here.